very good evening to you on this beautiful Sunday night. I'm just getting ready, popping my beads about here. So I need to know what you want us to make this evening. We've been doing a few different bits of pieces. Let me just grab my little tray here. So we made a bauble last week, then we started a star. What did I do with the star? It was just here. Be moving bits about. Let me just grab it. There we go. Made a little Christmas star pendant. That was a couple of weeks ago. Last week we played around with some really pretty patterns. I'm going to turn you down and show them on the table because you will be able to see it better. Good evening, Shirley. Right, so what are we going to be making tonight? I think we should do some Christmas jewellery because because I haven't got any earrings in. So we should do some Christmas jewellery. I'm not really quite sure what sort of type. There is all sorts of different things we could do. There's all sorts of different decorations we could do. I have got an idea what we could do. Much like a fan necklace or earrings. Yeah, we could just have a little brainstorm and you can let me know what would you like me to make. So I'm going to be working from a couple of the bundles. Let me just plug this in. Pearls I'm going to be using and crystals and some seed beads, what I would like to do. But if you have any idea, just let me know. Just say in the chat, and then we can we can always experiment and play with loads of different things. I have been quite busy today. I haven't stopped actually. I went to see Sarah, met up with Sarah on Friday. Oh, actually, can you hear me well? Please do let me know, because you sometimes you have a problem with the sound, but just let me know if you can hear me well, so I can I can be sure that the microphone works all right. You know me and technology. So I met up with Sarah on Friday. We went to this pub and we didn't take any pictures on Friday. It was you just like down from the hotel. We stayed in Cambridge for a night, and you only found it by chance, and it was the most coziest. It was such a nice atmosphere. We were the first one in for about 6:30. We got in and we were the last one out. People came and gone, but we just sit by the fire. We had a beautiful meal and just really enjoyed ourselves. It was really nice to catch up with her. Really nice. Right, I am going to be using the pearl bundle, and I'm going to be using some of the crystals as well. So from the pearl bundle, and I guess we could make this any color you want to make it, but I want to use 6mm, 8mm and 10mm pearls, and kind of do I wanted to turn you down to my mat so you can see what I'm looking at. Or shall we do, no, the 12mm I think is going to be 6, 8, 10. The 12 is going to be too big for a necklace. Right, let me turn you down, and then we can get right. So what I would like to do is to have like a little Christmas tree. Like we could do this in, I suppose, of silver or any sort of color. And we're gonna have, because I want to make sort of a fan for the front of the necklace, I want to have the 3 pearls, the 3 different sizes, right above each other. And here I'm just gonna move the next one along. So we're gonna have to connect these up in a row, and then let me just cut the strands. Actually, it will be easier than trying to pull them about. So an idea I had for a necklace, a Christmas necklace, is fast approaching now, isn't it? Like really fast. And I still haven't got the tree up. Can you believe it? I have been working so hard today as well. I think I pulled my back a little bit trying to put the units in the lounge, because I got some new shelves going up, and trying to put the shelves up like sort of bookshelves, but they are made from individual units, and then you have to link them together, and then you need to level them, and I don't think our wall is straight. So I've been working on that all afternoon, so I want to get that sorted, and then we can get the tree down. So the idea is that we're gonna have 3 different pearls, and then I'm gonna get a crystal. I'm gonna get a red crystal. Well, it could be gold or any color, but a red crystal. I think we need 1 up from this size, because that's going to be too small going in between. So where is the 1 up? This one. So we're going to add, let me just take some of these off as well. We're going to add them like in, there we go. We're going to add them in like in between. So the pearl's going to be kind of like sitting like that. We're going to have a crystal in between. Let me just pull this up. So because we got larger pearls at the top and larger pearls at the bottom, this is naturally going to curve like a collar. So that's the idea I had in my head today, and I was like, oh, I need to try this, and I think it would look, because the pearls could represent our Christmas tree, and then we can come back later on and add more crystals on the top. That didn't go the right place. I want you to sit there. There it is. So then we can come back later on and add more crystals to the top, or just maybe a seed bead line going like sort of diagonally over the pearl. I think that would look really good as well. What do we think? Let me know in the chat. What do we think of this? To have, don't be naughty, stay there. I want you to stay there. No, don't roll away. There we go, staying there. What do we think of this? I think it would look super cute. And while you're letting me know, what do you think? I'm gonna just very quickly say hello to everybody. Good evening, Caroline. Good evening, Amelia, Teresa. Oh, Karen is saying sound good. That's good. Good evening, Gwen. Sending you big hugs and kisses, lovely. Good evening, Ruth, Wendy, Joe. Joe is here. Celtic Seahorse is here as well. Good evening to you as well. So what are we doing? Are we going to... Shall we have a go at this? I'm really dying to have a go at this. Let's have a go at this and we see how we do. I think we could do like little earrings as well with just 1 single unit. So shall we try an earring first? And just because I haven't got any earrings in, it's just not really, I couldn't find my little Marguerite tree earrings. And I got some like the black diamond colored ones, which would go nicely with my Christmas jumper here, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't put my hand on it. It must be in that safe place where I always put things in the safe place, you know. You know where the safe place is. So let's do a little pair of earrings first, and then we can go in and design the necklace as well, because I'll be gonna have to do some sort of netting or some sort of right angle weave. I would like the pearls, like the holes on the pearls, to either sit, all of them sit vertical, or all of them sit, no, all of them sit horizontal or vertical, to be the way how we coming in and out of it. I think horizontal would be better, and then we either like go along at 1 row and then come back at the 2nd row and at the 3rd row, and or we could do netting, or we could do right angle weave. Now that's going to be a second question for the necklace when we get to it. Are we doing netting or right angle weave? They would both work. Both of those stitches would work for that one. Right, I'm just going to grab some thread. Oh, and we need some seed beads. So what color seed beads are we going to be using? We could do green. This is like a little bit darker green, so it would look quite nice with it. We could do red. We could do gold. I think if we do gold, it's gonna be like, for me, like, yes, red, green, and gold is very, very Christmassy. But like, I think that's like, for me, I wouldn't wear that. If it's just red and green, I would perhaps wear it more. Or we could, no, silver. I don't think silver would go with it. Or white. I think that would be, again, very, very much too much. So, red, green and gold for the seed beads. I think, I don't know. Let's do green from underneath when we're adding it together. And then maybe if you want to add more bits on top, we will do that in red, I think. Ruth is saying ruby red seed beads. I think for the background, I use green. And then when we add things on the top, we can use the red ones. But I think if you do it all red, perhaps it might be a little bit too much. And once we start the pattern, you will see how's it gonna come there. Nicola is saying hi from Oregon. Oh hi. Let us know what time is in Oregon. I'm rubbish with time zones, but I need a thread. But let us know what time is where you are in Oregon. So let me just get this. There we go. I've got red and green thread, but I think I am going to be using my green one. Right, I'm gonna grab a needle. And where did I put my new pack of needles? I just tied it up these packs, and I think they may have gone on a walkabout. I just had some new needles. I need to bring some more home. Oh, there we go. I've got some size 10s here. They will do. That will do. I'm going to treat myself to a new needle, so it's not so wonky to start with. And he's saying red seed bead would look good as well. Good evening, Michelle. Good evening, Mina. Good evening, Judith. And oh, Annie's saying she's sitting down for a cozy evening watching you. Oh, bless you. She said red seed beads. I think I'm going to do like green at the back and red at the front. And I think it's going to look really good. If you do, let's try one with green. And then we can try one with red. And then we can see what's the difference, how it turns out. Because sometimes you just need to change the background color a tiny bit. And it's the proportions, how many colors we add onto it. Come on, thread, you're gonna show me up every single time when you have to thread a needle live. That's when it goes away. Just cut the end again. Let me know, how's your week been? What have you been up to? Is anybody, Mina, I've seen you have been doing some Christmas fairs. Let me know who's been out and about. What have you seen? I want to know it all. Right, okay. One sec. I'm just going to add a dab of hand cream to my hands because my hands are so dry at the moment that I think it's winter for me. If there's any more comes out of this bottle, it's winter for me. I really get really dry skin. Maybe we just need a tad bit more. Come on, come out. I'm down to the last bit in the bottle. Right, okay. So for the earring, let's do a quick earring, and then we're gonna work out like kind of how many seed beads we need to add between. So I'm going to start with, and I'm going to have to move this because it's going to be right in front of me. So I'm going to move all of this out. I'm going to grab some seed beads out. So the holes on the big beads are going to sit just like that. And I want them quite sort of on top of each other. So I'm going to loop this top part together. So I'm going to go with, I'm going to come through the pearl. I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads. I'm going to go through the crystal, another 2 seed beads, go through the 8 mil, another 2 seed beads, go to this crystal, and then another 2 seed beads. And I'm going to take these down, and I'm going to come through that pearl, and we're just going to have a little look-see. How does it look like? How tight it is? Do we need to add or take away seed beads? Yeah, the gap is quite big, so we need to take away some of the seed beads. I'm going to zoom in a bit more for you. There we go. So I reckon if we had 2 seed beads at the bottom but only 1 on the top, then the pearls will be sitting closer together. So I'm going to take my thread back. And I'm gonna take the seed beads off. Oh, I have to go almost all the way back. Never mind. So I would have had to start with the pearl, 1 seed bead, crystal, 2 seed bead, pearl, 2 seed bead, crystal, 1 seed bead. I'm gonna come through that pearl and we're gonna have a look now how they're gonna sit together. Right, that one is much better. Can you see they're kind of like sitting on top of each other now? Oh, Michelle is asking how was Cambridge. I'll tell you all about it. It was really, really good. Celtic Seahorse is saying, I just enjoyed 3 days off work as I switched days with a colleague and to allow her to have her birthday off. Downside, I'm now working 6 days. Oh, but I bet you enjoyed the 3 days off. So I'm going to weave my thread all the way down. So I'm coming out of that pearl, the 8mm pearl. Min is saying, hi Kitty, I did fairs from Friday till today and shattered now. Thank you for Christmas decoration tutorial. And I have sold a few. Which one did you sell, Mina? Do let us know. Which one was a good seller? We all want to know. Carolyn is saying, all my decorations are up. Just need to do a fresh wreath for the front door. So I just got my wreath back because Sarah was doing a poinsettia on. I think I'm gonna start with 2 seed beads, a crystal. Let's try 2 seed beads. You might have to increase that to 3, but let's just see how does that going to look. So Sarah just given me back my wreath, which is going to be going on the front door shortly. Just haven't had time to put it up. Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, the 3 seed beads would have been giving us a 2 big gap. So we got our pearls in order. And now what we can do is we're going to weave down and we can go crisscross from the crystals and another crisscross from the front, or we just can have it slanted. So we could have, I could go up. I want to fill this gap here with a seed bead so it doesn't look like, so it looks like more units. So I'm going to go up towards the top. I'm going to cross over, come down through the seed beads, the crystal and the seed beads. I'm going to pick up 1 seed bead here and then I'm going to cross to the bottom. So I'm going to fill that gap so it will sit nicer. Just pull this up. Oh, don't not on me, thread. I'm too tired for knots tonight, thread. We don't want threads knots tonight. And there we go. And then I'm going to continue down to the bottom, across the pearl and back up on the other side. Might have to reduce the seed beads by 1 again. But we're just giving us a straighter edge to our little. Maybe we're going to have to go more. We can try that as well in a minute. So maybe we have to go 10, 6 and 3. So have a more of a, oh, I didn't want to go through those. So we have more of a gap, but decreasing in size on the top. Right, there we go. I just wanted to come through those first 2 seed beads, picking up a seed bead and then going to the top, and just let's just pop it down and have a look at the shape and see where are little gaps. So they're sitting quite nicely here. I think we still need 1 less seed beads there still, because there is a gap there. I don't really want to have the gap, but we can cover it up with seed beads. So I'm going to go along. I'm going to come through the pearl again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some red seed beads. Well, I'm missing the chat here. Kitty, I have sent you a picture of me, which I have never taken before. Brilliant. I'll look for it just in a sec, and I can bring it in. Mina's saying icicles and beaded reefs and Miss Rainbow Hearts. Oh, bless. Joe's saying, oh, that's great, Mina. Well done, honey. Right. Okay. So I'm going to pick up, about 7 seed beads and see how does that gonna look like. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. I'm gonna take this down, and we're gonna take these seed beads across just like that. And I think we might just leave it cross. And then I'm gonna come through the pearls. So I'm coming out on the left hand side here. I'm gonna come from the right to the left on one pearl below, and pull this up tight. And I think we're gonna need probably 8 or 9 for the next one. We could have added a couple of crystals in the middle there as well. Never mind, on the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to do 8 and we see. There we go. I think that 8 will be enough. So I'm going to come through the largest pearl at the bottom from right to left again. There we go. I'm going to pull this tight. Now, I know this is going to be an earring, but I don't just like to have one side for the earring. So I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to reverse it. So I'm going to pick up 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to come to the middle pearl. So I'm exiting. If I turn it this way at the top, so I'm going to come from the bottom to the top from the other side. So I have, oh, and I don't want the loop on that side. I definitely want it on the back side. There you go. No, you staying there. Once you pull it tight, it will stay there. And the next one, we're going to pick up 7. And just go to that top pearl. Now we haven't got a star in our locket. I think that looks quite cute. What do we think? We haven't got a star, but I think if we loop it up and we just put one crystal on the top, just like that, to go towards the air wire, I think that will be really cute. So I'm going to do this with green seed beads, I think. So I'm going to pick up, let's say 3, and I'm going to pick up the crystal, then I'm going to pick up 5. I'm going to take these down, and then I'm going to come back through the crystal. Should have done this right at the beginning, actually. We still need to fill that. We're going to have to fill the seed bead in there. Then I'm going to pick up another 3. Maybe 2 seed beads would have been enough. Let's have a look. I'm going to add the 3 on and see. 1, 2, 3. Come through from the other side of the pearl, so centralizing the little loop. We needed a 3. We just started. Now I'm going to go up and around, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to add 1 seed bead in here, and then weave maybe I go all the way down to the bottom and come back up, reinforcing it. Do we need the thread to go here from the top, the red one? So I'm going to go to the top, through those seed beads we added, and then we can just open up the loop on the air wire and add this on there. We can use it as a little charm as well. I haven't said it yet, Joe. Unfortunately, Joe won't be able to do the tutorial for us. We had to move it for next week. Any of you who's seen it, I haven't removed it from Facebook. I have to do it right after this stream. I'm just picking up 1 seed bead and I'm going down, so filling that gap. FedEx is been a bit naughty lately, so unfortunately the kits didn't get there on time. But never mind, we will sort it out. We swapping days, that's all we're doing. We still be here. Adding the other seed bead on the other side. I think that is quite cute. What do you think? It's actually good enough for a pendant, really. What else can we add to it? Shall we add something more to it? I'm just going to pop it down to the mat for a sec. Anything more to it? Anything less to it? What do we think? do let me know, and I'm just gonna catch up with the chat while you're letting me know what else we should do. Right. Oh, I didn't share any of the links today onto Facebook. I might just go and do that very, very quickly, just in case if somebody forgets we are live. We are live every Sunday at 7 p.m. and doing all sorts of different things. We're doing Christmas at the moment, but we've been doing, I don't know, loads of different things since September. We started them. Some of them we used to do them on Saturday before, and I did like 1 or 2 a month, and I really wanted to do more, so that's why we moved it to Sunday night. Right, let me just paste this in here, and I'm gonna say I need this. We are live now. We are live now. Leanne did like a black and white picture for this as well. It looks quite cool. Right. Just going to post that there. And I'm going to pop to Totally Beads as well and post it on there as well. It completely crossed my mind. Like usually I'm so good, like, but sometimes I just can't remember. Right, so going back, FedEx problems. Yeah, Joe's saying. Post is a nightmare at the moment. Mina is saying I will just get them for next year. Friend saying hello everyone, hope you're all well, just joining. Nicole has joined us. Hi Kitty, time zone in Oregon in the at the moment 11 a.m. hour. So love the red crisscross between the pearls, so pretty. Oh, thank you. So you are then 8 hours behind us. Eight whole hours. Middle of the day, only almost lunchtime. Royal Mail also have issues due to staff shortages. Winfred is here. Good evening, lovely Joe. We have got Natalie tomorrow instead. Shirley, good evening. See, she think I would put a seed bead on the bottom for the pot. Ah, but then for the if you do that, then the last pearl needs to be turned. So then we can do that, but our pearls, instead of sitting horizontally, they're gonna have to sit vertically. Just have a little play with that just in a sec. Right, okay, so I'm just going to show the link in here as well, and then we can continue on. I think it's quite a little pretty. I think sometimes less is more, and we can do something like just add a few bits of pieces to it to represent Christmas, and from far away it could look something else, but when you look at it closer, you can see that it is a Christmas tree. Right, live now. There we go. Posting that one. I like the tree with the red tinsel. I think it looks good as well. Right, so shall we? I'm gonna what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna work the thread off. I'm gonna cut this off. I'm gonna leave about an 8-inch tail at the bottom, and I'm gonna leave a little bit at the top as well. So if I wanted to, I can add any more to it. Let's do another one, and let's do another one where the pearls are sitting this way. So this is gonna be slightly a different pattern. So the holes here are gonna be going up and down, and that will allow us to add something to the bottom. Now we do have got some larger seed beads, or will the size 11 be enough? Let me just pop this through and have a look. I think we might need size 11 will be all right. We're gonna add one seed bead in between to add a bit of a gap into it. And then what shall we add to the bottom? What do we have in any of the bundles? You don't really want to, I'm saying do trees like in red pots or what color the bottom of the tree should be. But if you look at my tree behind me, it has got a red pot, so we could add the red crystal to the bottom as well. So in that case, I'm gonna start at the top. Should I start at the top? Yeah, I'm gonna start at the top. I'm gonna pick up a pearl. I'm gonna pick up a green seed beads. The next size, another seed bead. Or shall we do it smaller at the top? Shall we? I think that's too much. So you still need 8, but we could go down. No, I'm going to leave it the size just like this for a sec, and then we'll see. So I'm going to add a crystal to the bottom. I'm going to add a red crystal to the bottom, pick up another, I'm actually pick up a red bead, so it will disappear. Take this down. I'm going to need some tail. And then I'm going to wrap the end around my finger there, so just to keep it so the bead's not going to run off. I'm going to come through the crystal, and I'm going to actually come through all of these beads to the top, and we're going to create the little loop on the top. So we came from the top, went all the way to the bottom, then we're going back up to the top. So here I do want to have a crystal on the top though, so I'm going to pick up one seed bead. And I'm going to pick up a crystal, then I'm going to pick up a further 5 seed beads, take these down, then I'm going to come back through the crystal and the seed bead. Now we need to add decoration, some sort of decoration around these pearls. I mean, they will look like little dangly with that as well, they will look cute, but we want to have some sort of dangly, some sort of decoration going around, a little dangly earring here. So as I'm coming out of the top, I could just pick up, or shall we? I'm just thinking we could either pick up X amount of, I've got an idea. I'm gonna need some more green beads. So we could, but then would it twist around? Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up 4 seed beads, and instead maybe 5. No, I think 4 is gonna be enough. So instead of looping this around the pearl, I'm gonna come back. No, I need one more. So 5 seed beads, and we're gonna come back through the 4th one. And then I'm gonna pull this up nice and tight, and that's just gonna give us like a little side there, like a side of the Christmas tree. Then I'm gonna pick up a further 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna come through the seed bead, just a seed bead going towards the bottom. Now the next little one, we need to make one bigger. So this time I'm gonna pick up 6 seed beads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come through the 5th one, then pick up 4 more. Just make sure this is nice and tight, pulling it up. I know it's going to zigzag out at the moment, but when we come back up, it will equal itself out. 1, 2, 3, 4, going through the bottom, towards the bottom pearl. Oops, looped on the top. There we go. So now we're gonna have like little Christmas. Maybe this one needs to be a little bit bigger. I'm not sure. We might have to make this a little bit bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again. No, 7. Because for the bottom, I think we'll need one bigger. So 7 for the bottom. We're gonna start with 7. I'm gonna come back through the 6th. Oh, this is gonna look really cute. I'm gonna come back through the 6th. Then I'm gonna pick up another 1, 2, 3, 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I am gonna go into the crystal, down towards the bottom and turn around. Maybe we should add a seed bead on there. Into the crystal, down towards the bottom, do the, oh, just looped around. We don't want a loop on there. Why am I? I'm gonna go into the crystal again. What did I do? What did silly me do? And we're just looping around again. I have to take my needle off. Right, I'm gonna grab my needle off. I'm gonna pull the thread back. Sometimes you can stitch back so easily, and sometimes you just create a mess like I just did. So I'm gonna pull back on these. I want to sort those threads out. Come on, naughty thread. There we go. Oh, Mina's saying you can do this with miracle beads. Absolutely. We can absolutely do it with miracle beads as well. Right, so where am I through? I'm through the crystal. So I need to go through the seed bead. If I rethreaded my thread, I would be going through the seed bead. What's going on tonight? Come on, let me take a sip of my drink. I haven't maybe I haven't drunk enough coffee today. And going back, I'm just going through that seed bead. Then I'm gonna go up through the crystal. Just pull this down nice and tight, and I'm gonna pick up 7 seed beads again. I think we do need a green seed bead under that pearl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Taking this down, and then I'm gonna come back through the 6th one. Oh, this is gonna look really good. I'm gonna come back through the 6th one, and I'm gonna pick up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm gonna go through that seed bead here in the middle. Just a seed bead. Oh, it's looking a little cutie. And then I'm gonna pick up, we picked up 7 here. I'm gonna pick up 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna go back through the 5th one, and then I'm gonna pick up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm gonna take my needle through this seed bead here, going towards the top, and then I'm gonna pick up 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna come back, no, 5. We're gonna come back through the 4th and pick up a further 3 and go towards the top. And there we go. Pick up a further 3. 1, 2, 3. Now what we need to do next is we need to add some sort of tinsel onto our design, so which will stop the seed beads, just the loops, the little, I guess like we added like the branches on the tree. So we need to come up with enough seed beads that it will, we're gonna do, I think we do the same thing for the tinsel here. So I'm gonna come and I'm gonna turn around, come back to the crystal, come back into the seed bead just here, and from here we're gonna jump down here, and then from here we're gonna jump down here, and then we're gonna go back on that. We can like either cross it or just have it coming down one side. Let's have a look how is that gonna look like? So I'm gonna go up and turn my thread around. So I'm gonna through that loop. The pearls friend are 10 mil, 8 mil and 6 mil. I think like at the moment this is about 2 inches, so I reckon maybe a little bit smaller ones would look good as well. I do like long dangle earrings, so for me this is perfect, but you could do it with smaller ones as well. So you could do it with 8, 6 and 4 to make it a bit smaller little tree. So we need to like, because this is what would happen. So if you would just wear this on, ooh, another idea, ladies and gentlemen, I guess, we could do on the pearl, we could have not just like 2 on the side, what we are going to be doing right now, we could have maybe 6 or 7 of these on the pearl going all the way around. That's next. We might not even get to the necklace today. We might be just playing Christmas tree earrings. You never know. I'm going to go down to the seed beads. And now I'm going to cross over. So I need to pick up enough red. And you're going to have to remember the number for me, because you know me. So we can cross over to the other side. So I need a few more reds. 4, 6, 8. For smaller one, I'm using 6, 8, 10 for this one. Lucy, how dare you forgot us? Hope you're okay. Lucy, hi everyone. I completely forgot about you all tonight. Oh, bless you. I think like it's not that. I think it's like for me, I like forget what day of the week it is. Like it could be Monday and I think it's Wednesday, and it could be Thursday and I think it's Sunday, and for me that's what it is. Like I constantly forget things. Right, I put 10 on. Let's see if 10 will. No, we need a few more because I want this a bit flatter. So I reckon no, maybe not. Maybe 10 is enough, or maybe 11. Is this flat enough? Let's have a look. Let's just push that up. No, I think, no, one more, 11. I'm going to do 11. So it stands out a bit. And then I'm going to go through this bead, the joint bead, not the very end one, but the one before. I'm going to go from the no. If I go from the outside to the middle, I suppose I could weave my thread around that way to the other side, but then I will create a thread path there. And we should, if you do in the tip, it would move around. So, because coming from the coming from the very last bead, the one on the tip, I think we need to go through that before we add, because then that will turn and sit vertically once we add the seed beads on, and then we could vertically go down in that one. So back up one step. I'm going to take these 11 beads off. This is the beauty when you're designing something, you're going backwards and forwards, adding beads and then taking them away and then re-adding them again and rearranging them and doing all sorts of different things. Sometimes, like if when this is why when I add the beads on and I just try it on there, and if it doesn't feel right, I'll take it off when I'm designing something, because I know if it doesn't feel right, you may not it may not gonna sit how I want it to sit. So I'm gonna add back all the 11s. 1, 2. So I'm coming out of the very tip of the first little branch there. And there we go. And now I am going to just pop this down and evaluate it. I need to go through this one. So I think that's probably about the right amount. So I'm going to come through the very tip one. It doesn't really matter what way you're coming, because it will that bit can twist around. Right, tail out of the way. So it's not gonna sit straight until we do the other side. So now we want to, from here, we're gonna have to turn it over and do that side so it continues down, so this it's spiraling down. Ooh, that's what we should have done. This bead at the end should have been red. Oh, sorry, I'm out of shot. So this bead at the end should have been red, because then it will look like afterwards like a part of the tinsel. So next time, that's what we need to do. So I added 11 there. So I think I'm probably going to need 13. So I'm going to pick up 13, just a couple more, just because those pearls are a little bit wider. Just to fill the gap up. 3, 4, 5. And 13. Now I'm going to go through that bottom one. I think, yeah, that's about the right amount. So it doesn't really matter because it's going to twist, that bead can twist around. And now what I need to do is to weave my thread all the way down. I think I'm going to go to the crystal, and or maybe we add a seed bead on here, and that will force it apart as well because I haven't got one between there. So I'm going to go in to the loop at the bottom. I'm going to go towards the bottom, and when I get to the middle, I'm going to pick up one seed bead and then go to the other side. And this time again, I want to come out the very tip of this branch. I'm going to pick up 13 seed beads. Turn around. I want you to turn around. I'm going to pick up 13 seed beads, and then we're going to connect that 13 to this seed bead here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can you add a crystal to the edges as a bauble? Yeah. I just wanted to work out like sort of how many seed beads do we need. We could always go back, and instead of adding a couple of take a couple of seed beads out and add some crystals. So now I want this on this side. And what was the number at the top? It was 11, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, and I'm gonna go up, or like just gonna go through. Oh, hold on, I need to turn this around, and this has to be on this side. There we go. So we have got, oh, and it's like sort of spiraling around. Love it. We have got our little, but it's gonna turn. Just turning. So how are we gonna stop this turning? So we want a front and a back for it. So we're gonna have to connect those. I think we're gonna have to that's even more spiraling now. I'll kind of like spiral it around, but I think we're gonna have to connect. We're gonna have to connect somewhere down the line. We're gonna have to connect them. So maybe we add the crystals in now. So we add crystals in here. So they are it's gonna keep the gap. So it will stop it turning. So if I pick up the gap we have there is about, I reckon, let's try 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead. I think that's about right to go in there. So I just picked up 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead. I'm gonna go through that end bead, and I think we're gonna have to do this before we add the tinsel to go around it. And then I'm gonna pick up maybe 1 seed bead, crystal, and 2 seed beads, and go through this bottom one. And then we're gonna have to weave to the other side again. So I'm gonna come down on the loop towards the crystal. I'm not gonna go into the crystal because I think that's about the right amount of gap. I'm not gonna go into the crystal itself because it's getting a bit, you can have a bit too much thread in there. So we have added a seed bead to one side already. So I'm just gonna come through the very last seed beads toward the crystal. So we have added a seed bead, a decoration seed bead there. So when I'm going to turn it around, I'm going to pick up a seed bead and add it on this side as well. And then that will force the crystal to sit straight. So I just picked up a seed bead, and then I'm going to continue going through this loops, the very bottom loop towards the other side. And I want this seed bead, I'm going to have to manipulate it, that it's end up on this side. I want you to on this side of my design. And there we go. Just push it in there. Now I'm going to pick up 2 seed beads. I'm going to reverse what I did on the side. So 2 green seed bead. I need a couple of crystals. A crystal and a seed bead. And then we're going to go through this one here. That definitely has to be red for the tinsel. And then we are going to pick up 1 seed bead, 1 crystal, 1 seed bead. We need to do this first before we add the tinsel, because the tinsel is going to twirl it around. So when I pull this up, it's going to stay. Oh, I think that's really pretty. It's going to stay. And if I show you from kind of like from above, let me just move it. I need to pull this tight as well. The tinsel kind of like stays on the outside a little bit. I'm going to go right to the top. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go right underneath the crystal. Just there. So I went through the next 3 seed beads. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to knot my working end and my tail end together, because they are side by side. I think that's really cute. I think the other versions was quicker. This one is cuter, but it's bigger as well. I will bring the other one in, and then you can see side by side. I never cut my thread off right next to my knot, so I'm just going to go to the pearl, do a couple of the seed bead and the pearl towards the bottom, and then I can cut it off. Be careful. There we go. So that's our second little tree. I will work the other end off in later, don't worry. And that still need to be doing. So just open up this loop. There we go. And that's our second little tree. This one looks cute as well. I do like the first one better. What do we like? This one, number 1. Let's say this is number 1 and this is number 2. Which one do you like better, number 1 or number 2? Let me know in the chat. Right. Then I think you're too far down on that. Oh, thank you. This must have been quite back. Lucy's saying, I have been so hooked on the beach hats the last couple of days, nearly finished my second one. Oh, bless you. I love doing them too. I need to get that sorted. I need to get I have done mine. I need to get it framed. Winfield is saying number 1. Caroline is saying number 1. Tracy is saying number 1. Lucy is saying I love number 1. Yeah, I think that was much easier. And it come together much quicker as well, and it's much smaller. Nicole is saying number 1. Ruth is saying number 1. So number 1, it's going to be I think that's going to, and you could do this in other colors as well. But should we go back and add like maybe more? No, I think it doesn't need any more. It doesn't need any more crystals, does it? Like maybe here or there. I think we got enough there. I think that looks nice. Rachel is saying number one, Shelley is saying number one, Mina is saying number one, Amelia is saying number one. So this one, well, it's not going to go to the bin because I got a whole box of like tryouts, I call them, but this is going to fall off the mat, let's say. So that's quite little cute. So how can we then make we could make a pendant with larger beads. We could start with the largest one, which is this size. Let me just grab one of this. So we could make another pair of earrings. We could make a pendant the same way. The seed beads would be different, but then here for the pendant I would have 12 mil, 10 mil, 8 mil. Where is it? There is an 8 mil. So just make it a little bit bigger. But maybe if we had 12 mil, skip the 10 mil, do 8 mil, skip the 6 mil, and then do a 4 mil at the top would make more of a, for earring as well, for sure. Let's grab a 4 mil. Would make more of a tree shape. What do we think? Would that make more of a tree shape? I kind of like the sizes on that one though. And now I added the beads in here. I kind of like the sizes on this one more. So to do a pendant, or I would probably do the same way. But what I would do, instead of having a loop at the top, I would have a loop at the back somehow. I would make a loop at the back, so so it's not so big, I guess, like not so long. Maybe. Number 2 could be a pendant. Let's just get number 2 back. Yeah, could be. And because of the pearl, the way how the pearls sit on this one, we could just do a loop on the back of the pearl, or the loop between 2 pearls. So I would pick up maybe, I don't know, 14, 15 seed beads, and just as I'm coming out of the top here, just loop back to the 8 mil and come up as well. So you would have like a loop on the back. That would look cute as well. But then you wouldn't have the little seed bead at the top. I would just have one seed bead. So yeah, it could be. One other thing we could try is to make, so you know how we created these little branches? We could create like loads of them. Like I don't know how many times actually you can stitch through the pearl itself, but I'm sure we could stitch through 6 times. I'm sure. We do a necklace like similar to how we did this in a second, but I just got another idea, and I just wanna run with it for a sec, if you don't mind. This is the thing. You do one thing and it leads to another, and then it leads to another, and then you have another idea off of that, and then you keep going and going and going. Right, so oh yeah, and this the red, should I add the red at the end? Yeah, this time I'm gonna add red seed bead at the end. Right, then while I'm threading the thread, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the content, if this is any use to you, please like the video, share it with a crafty friend as well. It really helps the channel out. Right, okay, so I'm gonna go through a 10 mil pearl, and I'm gonna pick up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green seed beads and 1 red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green, 1 red. I'm gonna come back through. Let me just pop these out of the way. I'm gonna come back through the 6th, pick up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna come back through the pearl from the tail end. So I'm gonna form my first little tree bunch on here. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to repeat this maybe 5 more times, and we see how is it going to fill up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then a red. I'm going to come back through the 6th seed and pick up a further 5. Just make sure there is no gaps, always pull it up. And again, I'm going to come from the tail end through the pearl. So I got my second little branch. Now I'm going to repeat this again and again. So I'm going to pick up 6 green. I need a few more green. And then if you look at it from above, they're just going to kind of like sit like that. I think they're going to look cute. Ruth is saying, like, share and subscribe. Thank you, Ruth. I always forget to say those things, and like, every subscribe, everything really helps the channel out. Like really, really, really appreciated every single one of you. So I'm gonna just come back through the 6th, and then I'm gonna pick up 5 seed beads. I'm gonna pick up 5 seed beads. And come through that pearl again. Oh, I think Christopher is going for a bath because all I can hear him is shouting, the water is halfway. Gonna pick up another 5. And gonna come through the pearl again. I mean, we could have as many or as little sides as we want. But I think we do another 3. So 6 will be a nice, I don't know, round number. You could do with 3 as well, and then you have more sides to your pearl. But I think if you do this many, I think it's going to look good. So I'm going to pick up 6 green again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a red. How's Christopher now? Oh, he had, many of you don't know, Christopher had an asthma attack on Friday, and it was quite scary actually. I had to go to school to pick him up just before the Bead Club. I was coming back from Clacton and brought him home, and I just like put the fire on him, like because like, you know what school said, oh yeah, well, he just got a cold, and put the fire on him. Not on him. Put the fire in the fireplace for him. But that's 4. So if you look at it from above, the 4 looks quite cute as well. But I think if we add another 2, we need another 2. And you know, just sorted him out, and then I was gonna go and see Sarah, and I felt a little bit bad leaving him here. But apparently all night on Friday, he wasn't very well. Like, he was up and up and up. So Simon on Saturday took him down to the hospital, and they got to see somebody, and he had a severe asthma attack. He's got a cold, so he needs antibiotics. He needs all sorts of medicine, but he's all right. He's all right now. Well, I don't know if you heard him through the microphone, but he was shouting down on the stairs, so he's all right. If you can shout down the stairs, he's all right. Right, there we go. It's when they're quiet. That's when you need to worry. I think that's looking good, better and better. Can you see from above? We need 1 more to have, like, you could do more, but I think if you just do 1 more, I think that's going to look good. So this is the 6th one I do, and then I think we could do it with separately, or we could do each pearl separately and then add them together, or we could just sort of stitch up to the next one. But let me just add this last, or you could just have 1 pearl as a little bit Christmassy. We could do it like a Christmas pudding, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Saying, oh no, poor Christopher. Hope he feels better soon. Yeah, me too. He's all right now. He's all right. The pearl is 10 millimeter while I'm going around at the moment. So there we go. So it looks like, if you look at it from above, like you got your little branches of the tree. So now we need to go up in size. I do think we need to add something, one seed bead or a crystal in between. So I think if I pick up a larger crystal there, will that be big enough? That's the question. Or make that at the bottom. I'm just gonna pick up a crystal and a seed bead and turn around. So I'm gonna picking up a crystal and a seed, and I'm gonna go up to the crystal and the pearl. I just want to see how is this gonna sit. Yeah, that sits nicely in the middle. Can you see? Kind of like pushes them apart. So I'm gonna pick up another crystal and I'm gonna pick up the 8 millimeter pearl. And how many did we add on the 8 mil? Was it one less? So I need to pick up, make this, actually what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add them all the way to the top and turn around. Or we'll be alright. I just don't want any gaps. Maybe we'll be alright. So I'm gonna pick up 5 of the green, 1 red this time. Take this down. Come back through the 5th green. Make sure it's nice and tight. Pick up another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and come back up from the bottom in that 8 mil pearl. So that's our first one. So we would go ahead and add more and more, and then we could come and add tinsel in between the ends here, or like we could take the tinsel from the top and I don't know if it would stay straight or not, but we will see. So I'm adding the second one. I'm picking up 5 green, 1 red. I think it's gonna look cute. It's gonna be more 3D. Well, you don't have to use it as an earring. You can use it on a tag. You can use it on all sorts of different. It's a decoration. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need. And I just pink the seed bead across the room, and coming up through that pearl again. Now, if you got a little bit gappy where the crystal is, don't worry about it, because we can go up and down a couple of times the whole of it, and that will tighten it up. So again, 5 seed beads, 5 green, 1 red, and then coming through 1, 2, 3, 4, and up through from the bottom towards the top. Make sure you don't go through the seed bead as well. You just make sure you go through just the pearl, and then just pull it up. Again, picking up 5 seed beads. I mean, you could add more branches to it. We could have done 8 if you wanted to, or 10, any numbers. The more you do, the more fuller it's going to be. Coming back through the 5th one, picking up 4, and then coming through the pearl again, from the bottom towards the top. I'm pulling this nice and tight. There we go, and another 2 to add. So I'm picking up 5 seed beads again, 5 green, 1 red. Not a total of that, total of 6. You just think, oh, glad he's feeling better. Yeah, me too. Like, it's so scary. Like when something like that happens, it's really, really scary, because like I would do everything for him, obviously, like he's my child, and I just don't like to see him in distress or pain, or like, you know, and it's really scary. It's kind of like the situation when like you don't know you don't know what to do, but you have to act quick sometimes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more we need to add. I think that looking quite good. Maybe, but for this one we don't need anything extra. Maybe we need another two rows on there, but maybe we don't need the tinsel on this one. Maybe we just need to leave it like with the red on the end representing baubles, or we could have added a crystal on there, I guess. Oh yes, that would have been nice. So instead of the 5th bead we could have added a crystal. That would have looked really cute as well. Next one. See, one idea always leading to the next one. And coming back through the 5th one. Ruth is saying Esma is really scary. Caroline saying give his our best for a speedy recovery. I will do. Lovely. Thank you so much. And then coming up through that bead again. So this was our final little branch. I think it's looking quite cute. But maybe the bottom one, maybe we need one extra. Because obviously the beads are going to get smaller and smaller. The 6 is going to look more on this one than on the bottom one. We could actually connect these beads up as well. Like coming down. Right, so I'm going to pick up a crystal. And I'm going to pick up my 6mm pearl. And then I'm going to do the loops again. What do we think so far? Maybe we don't need the crystal in the middle. I can't take that crystal out now, so better add this one in as well. I think it looks cute, but it doesn't look like this one looked more of a Christmas tree than this one. So this is just one of those things. You might just have to abandon it or tweak it somehow to do it a little bit differently. Now I need 4 green and 1 red now, so I'm reducing the number by 1 again. Louis here, evening everyone. Was wondering where the live was. I didn't get a notification today for some reason. Ooh, that's strange. I know that YouTube has been playing up in the last few weeks. They've been doing big updates, picking up another 3 seed beads, coming through the 6mm again. And then I'm going to repeat this 5 more times. So 1, 2, 3, 4 green, 1 red. Actually, no, it's going to look cute. And perhaps it doesn't really need anything else. Like it don't need any more crystals. Again, this is will become quite a biggish size. So once I add a loop to the top and the air around it, it's going to be quite dangly. And if I can put my hand on my ruler, which I can't right now, oh, it's here, then we can measure it as well. So this one is going to be like a couple of inches long once we finish with the loop on the top. Not quite 2 inches, but just under 2 inches. So it's going to be nice and dangly as well. I don't think it's too big. I think it's for me. Like I got longer dangle earrings than this. So 4 green, 1 red. You just think I like this one? Yeah, I like it too. I think it won't need any more to it. I think once we finish this and add a loop on the top, I think it will be a little cute. But I think I will go back down and add maybe 1 or 2 more onto there. Hold on. We got our thread cross there. So starting with 4 green, 1 red. Coming back through the 4th green and then picking up 3 more greens and going up through the pearl towards the top. I'm going to pull this tight I'm going to add 2 more. I think if we had, so can you see already the 4 kind of like looks as much as, like as much you can see the pearl here as you can see at the bottom. So if I add 2 more to this one, maybe we should add 1 more to the pearl below and then maybe 2 more to the bottom one. So kind of each one of them is having 1 extra branch. So starting with 4 green, 1 red, going back to the 4th. I was going to say no crystal between the purple. Yeah, that would make it smaller as well if we don't put the crystal in, but I don't think this will need anything on the outside of it. So the only place you will have the crystal is in between, and then it will be cute. Once we tighten it up, those crystals gonna kinda, when we go up and down, those crystals kinda will disappear a little bit. And the final one, 1, 2, 4 green, 1 red. Or equally, we could have added a small crystal to each end of those branches. That could be another solution as well. And up through the green pearl one last time, and now I can feel pulling my needle through this 6mm pearl, it's getting a little bit full up with threads. So possibly we could only bring this through, maybe, did I miss to pick up the three greens? I was so no, is there? Oh no, we're good. Maybe I could only go through that 6mm pearl 1 or 2 times, maybe max 3, but that will be it. That's quite full now because I felt it as I was pulling the needle through the hole. So I'm gonna go to the top. I'm gonna pick up a crystal. I'm gonna pick up 5 seed beads, take this all the way down, and I'm gonna turn around into the crystal, into the 6mm, into the next crystal, and into the 10mm. We want to do another loop on here, so I'm gonna come out through the 10mm. When I pull this tight, or shall we go down to the bottom? I think we might go down to the bottom to pull this tight, and just hang on a sec. So I'm just going to go down all the way to the bottom, and can you see, so it's kind of like a bit loose, but when I pull it tight, it's really going to sit together. So the crystal's kind of like disappearing in between, and I'm going to go through that bottom crystal, through the seed bead, pulling it nice and tight, and I'm going to come up through the crystal, the largest pearl, the next crystal. Oh, I don't want to go into the seed beads. And I'm going to go up through that pearl as well. We're going to add 1 extra row on there. So make sure this is nice and tight. So how many did we pick up here? We 6, didn't we? We picked up 6. So can you just see at the top, like how big are the gaps on the pearl itself? So this one I think needs some extra ones. So it looks like the same, but in reality it will have an extra one. So I'm going to pick up 5 greens, 1 red. Take this down. I'm going to come back through the 5th green. Maybe we need 2. I'm going to pick up another 4. Just want to pull this nice and tight. I'm going to pick up another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to come up through that pearl. One more time. I like this. I think this one's look more, I don't know, like a modern tree. Right, let's pull this straight. There we go. Like a modern tree. One more, or do you think we're all right? I think it's enough, but I think the bottom one definitely need a couple more. So I want it to turn around. So I'm gonna go all the way to the top, and hopefully, sometimes like you work it out, will I be able to come up through here? It's a bit tighter now, so definitely once I go down now, I won't be, I'm gonna go up to the top, turn around and come back down, but once I do that, I won't be able to come through this 6mm pearl again, because it's getting a bit tighter to pull it through. And then look, don't be naughty thread, not tonight. Don't want naughty thread tonight. And I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna go through the crystal, through the loop and back down. So how has everybody been? Who's got the tree up? Who hasn't got the tree up? Please let me know. If you have the tree up or decorations up, some people might not have a tree. We haven't got it up yet. I need to finish the lounge, sorting it out before we're putting it up. So I'm gonna try to come through that pearl. If I can't come through the pearl, I'm simply gonna go into one of these arms and just sort of get down through them. Which it's, I think, no, I'm not gonna risk it because I can crack either the seed bead or the pearl or something. So I'm just gonna go into one of the arms, one of the, not arms, branches. Just get to the tip and then move downwards. Shirley is saying no tree yet. Ruth is saying I still need to get my tree delivered. May have worked better with rondel shaped bead instead of a pearl, make the branches more defined. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. We do have some crystals in there, so maybe we could do, or maybe that's what we could do, instead of the pearls, do it on a crystal, and then we could have a little 3mm pearl at the end of our branches representing our baubles. Good idea, Lorna. Maybe we need to try that next. So I'm gonna go all the way to the bottom if I can, and I want to come out in between this crystal and pearl. That's where I want to come out. I'm going to grab this with my pliers to pull it through. I can only see a little bit of the needle, and we're going to add another section, another 1 or 2 sections to the bottom here. So this one we were picking up 6 green, 1 2 3 4 5 6 green, 1 red, taking it down, coming back through the 6th, picking up a further 5, 1 2 3 4 5, and then going down through the pearl again. I think, like, you know, sometimes you make something up and you just need to work on the numbers. There we go. I think that will be maybe one more, but I think that's, I'm going to leave it just like that for now. I think that looks really cute. Really, really cute. I will work the threads off later on. So this is our number, what we need another wart again. So that's number 3. This is number 2, and this is number 1. What do we think now? What do we think, what looks the best? This is kind of like a hybrid in between, isn't it? So we did number 1, which is kind of like right angle weave, I guess. And then we did number 2, which was had some branches, but had a tinsel as well and crystals. And number 3 is only got the branches. So let me know what Which one do you like the best? Judith is saying no decorations up yet. Winifred saying no tree. Shirley saying tree up last craft fair was good, no time to play with resin. Oh bless. I haven't played with resin for months, and I was having a little tidy up the other day, and I'm dying to get out. So hopefully throughout Christmas I have some time and we can get some bits of pieces up. And I was saying no tree, but I have some decorations up. I have 3 of my trees up. Bought a real one from IKEA yesterday. Need to get decoration for it. Oh, I was in IKEA yesterday. Lou, which IKEA were you in? I was at Lakeside. Do let me know which one you been. Trees are saying no tree yet. So Shirley's saying number 3. Ruth is saying number 3. Jody's saying number 1. Trees is saying number 3. Number 3. And he's saying number 3. I think number 3. Number 3 like number 1, 2. Number 3. Yeah, so can you see like how with the design process, like we started with number 1 and then we had a little play around, we had an idea, we incorporated it into number 1, but it didn't really work. It needed its own little own little design really. Oh, Dublin. No, I was nowhere near Dublin now for IKEA. I was at Lakeside. Dublin would have been a really long drive for me from here. Still love 1, but 3 comes in second. My tree has been up for 3 weeks. Lucy's saying, "Oh, I need to get up. I need to sort the lounge out this week and just get everything up. I'm so late this year. Usually, we like last weekend of November or first weekend of December, everything like all the tree and decorations go up. So let me just pop that to the side. So what we're gonna have a go next? The other thing, we got these crystals in there as well, so we could have a little go. Seed beading around these, could create little branches around these. They would look, you would only needed 1 bead I think around them, so we could have a little play with them because you already got that tree shape. Maybe with wire would be the better. We could like spiral around this crystal. But do I want this one, or is there, what color was it in the green one? I think, let me just have a look. Oh yes, this color. This is a nice color. Or we could do around this one. So if I wanted this as an earring, there's different sizes on the strand as well. So let me just take this out. So we could have the largest one and maybe a smaller one and do the same thing. The hole on this is quite big, so I think we would be all right. And the hole on this is quite big as well, going smaller. The hole does go smaller a tiny bit, but it's not that small. Or is any of you who got any color of the crystal and glass per bundle, can you try this out? So same technique, but doing it onto these beads, because I think they would look really good. And just send us a picture via wrap around them. She's saying, you know what, I'm gonna grab some wire, then let's wire wrap around them and see how they look like. Because now I don't think we got enough time to start on the necklace, but we could have absolutely play around with this. So if this is our tree shapes, we want just spiral end. Do we want seed beads going around, or do we want just the wire going around? Or do you want just the wire going around, going down and going up? Maybe we could add these little crystals on there. Let me just grab, and I'm gonna grab what wire? I'm sure I got some red wire somewhere. Red wire. There we go. There we go. Red wire. Oh, I got one. This one is started. So this is usually Natalie's Natalie's forte, doing all the wire work, not me. I love messing about with wire, but so I'm gonna cut maybe just under 2 feet of wire. I'm gonna pull this up and should do a little loop on the top, but it's one wire is not going to be enough for the loop, so I'm going to put the ends together. I'm going to add a crystal, no, I'm going to take, but then like if I do it seed beady, you don't really need it with the wire. I could just create a loop on them, so I'm just gonna make a loop right in the middle. There's so many different ways we could do this. I just want to, have I got my round nose pliers to hand whenever I need them? Yes, I have a pair. And there we go. So let's just stick my round nose in here, and then I'm just going to turn this a couple of times so that loop stays, and I'm going to put the ends, add the ends together. Ooh, almost kinked the wire there. I'm going to add a crystal to the top, and then I'm going to add that tree bead in. I'm going to call it tree bead, so that's going to be there. Then I am going to pick up another crystal, will I be able to go back all the way through if I have got this crystal? Yes. So I'm just gonna pull this. I don't really need to go to the crystal at the top, but I definitely need to go through my little tree bead, and this way, if I pull this up, will this pull up nice and tight? Yeah. I'm going to trap that crystal at the bottom. Make sure it's kind of like centralized. There we go. So I got one at the top and got one at the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and I am going to just wrap. Where's Natalie when you need her? I'm going to wrap this around quite tightly. I'll just get these beads out of the way 1 sec, because I'm going to get on cord on everything. So I'm going to quite tightly wind this down to the bottom. Just like that. Oh, I think that looks looking quite cute. Just space those out. We could have twisted the 2 wires together, and then when I get to the bottom, I am just going to take it around a few times under that crystal. And I think as we're going up, so I could cut this one off, and I think that would be cute as well on its own. But I think I'm thinking either crystals or pearls. We have got 3mm pearls, but we got these crystals to play with as well. Let's do crystals. Let's do crystals. Why not? So I'm gonna have a few crystals here. This is the smallest crystals, and I'm going to take the longer one, which is still at the bottom. This is 2 by 3mm crystals, so they're the smallest one in the pack. There are also 3mm pearls in one of the bundles we could use. So I'm going to pick up, that's 8, maybe 12. There we go. And this time I'm gonna come around As I'm coming around, every so often I'm gonna release a crystal. I want to make sure there are kind of like gaps between them. And as I'm coming up, I am, stay there. Obviously we could move the crystals around afterwards as well. I think that's gonna look cute. I have to show this to Natalie, she's gonna laugh at me. Bless her. I think just the plain wire looks nice as well, but adding the crystals onto it looks really cute as well. I haven't messed about with wire for like, I did the trees the other week at the top, and I think I'm going to come back down, adding a few more. I haven't really messed about with wire for a long time. I kind of like, this is the thing, when you got somebody, and Natalie's amazing with her wire work, when you got somebody doing it, you like, oh, I like the same. She's the same with stitching, like, don't get me wrong, I do stitching and other bits and pieces, and she's so amazing with wire. We all got our favorites, and we're all doing maybe too much. Let me just take it down. I want you to stay there. Just wrap it around the bottom a few times. There we go. Actually, keep on wrapping it. And now I'm going to go and slightly tweak it. So when you're working with wire, what I love about wire, that once you edit it on there, then you can go back and you kind of arrange, pull and push it a little bit. It's got so much, I guess, give and take in it, the copper wire. We could tweak it as well. We could pull it and push it. And I think that would look really cute as a little layering as well. And I'm just going to trim these wires off at the bottom. So you could do something like this with wire as well. I think that's really cute. What do we think? She's saying too much. Yeah, I might have carried away with the crystals a bit. What we can do is to pull them towards the bottom a little bit. So this one, because there's not that many at the bottom, this one could come down this way. Yup, there we go. There we go. I think that's gonna look really cute. So you could do stuff like that with wire, and they are really quick makes, much quicker than doing it with thread. But for me, still number one is my favorite. Still number one with my favorite. There's all sorts of other ways how you could wrap around it, because with copper wire as well. So this is 0.4. Once you add it on the bead, I'm just going to take a little length here, not too much, but you could wrap around it. You could do all sorts of different stuff. So if you using it singly, but if you twist it together, I'm just going to very quickly twist it down, you kind of get like a tinsel like looking wire, and then it's much sturdy as well, because singly it's very much bendable, but when you add the wires together, they kind of make it more stiff. Let's add both of it through this crystal. I just mess about, like, this is the thing, you start something and then you want to mess about with it. Yeah, I was twisting the right way. Just going to twist it tighter here at the top. And now if I bring this around, I'm not going to add any crystals or anything on the bottom. It's more tinsel like, more plain, because sometimes all you need is just to wrap a little decoration around it. And then you have got the shape. Maybe I should have added a crystal at the bottom. You have got the shape again, just with like I'm just thinking like tinsel going around it. So you could do all sorts of different things. You could turn this into little charms and then use them on bracelets and all sorts of different things as well. We think I like that as well. Red crystal, then green wire. Yeah, we could do that as well. All sorts of different variations you could do. Victor saying, hello everyone, would love to make these, but would elongate the small crystals by including the wrapping in doing so. I would also use a square bead at the base to make it the tree. Yeah, absolutely. You could do all sorts of different things. I haven't got a square bead in the bundle, but in those bundles to use. But I think you get, I'm just gonna cut this, trim it down, then I'm gonna push the ends in the little coil. But this is not like, we haven't done it with pliers. I just winged this really. But Natalie's probably gonna laugh at it. But there you go. There's a little. We wrapped it around that cone, which then it looks like a little bit tree. We have got these crystals in the in there as well. We really need to come up using these crystals to do something next week. Is next Sunday? I think next Sunday is the last creation station for the year. So because after that we're gonna be on Christmas holidays. We're doing the 12 days of Christmas and Totally Beads, don't forget. But we will be, but they will be pre-recorded videos, and I will be, I don't know what we'll be doing. We're probably playing Monopoly with the kids. They love Monopoly. We're spending some much needed time with the children. So have a little think this week and send me some pictures, send me some ideas what we can do, because I love these crystals so much. I definitely want to use them in some shape or form in our beadwork. So we have done netted necklace with these before, but I think we could do all sorts of different things. So how about, where is my number one? If you added a drop, but then it would be too big. So have a little think. What would you want? They are glass, Jody. They're crystal glass. They are beautiful, really beautiful quality. And on the strand, you got different sizes as well. So we could do all sorts of different things with it. It would be nice to have, I don't know, maybe if we stitched some we could do some peyote squares, and just like do smaller and smaller and smaller one and have this one at the bottom. That would look really good. Wire wrap those kind of crystals. You could do wire wrap as well, and add more to it. But I think like you might need, I need to get my proper wires out, because I just got, this one is one of the ones what I used for the poinsettia. This is like a red one, but I would need, I think, some thicker, maybe use color-remain wire for those ones. So I'll prepare them next week, but do let me know if there's anything you want to do with it, or if you got any idea what we could do with them, so we can collectively kind of come up with something together. I'm still thinking that, you know, they did this star a couple of weeks ago, that I think what we could do. So if you turn this star into a brooch, we could add some of these crystals, not this color. I would use the silver one from the silver bundle. Let me just grab this out. I would use the silver one from the silver bundle and add some to the bottom of that. So when you wear it, if you wear this as a brooch, I would add one bigger one, and then I would probably add a smaller one. Then it would look like a shooting star on your coat or jumper, or wherever you want to wear it. I think that would look really good as well. They would be gorgeous petals for a flower brooch. Absolutely, that's a really good idea. Ooh, we could We got how many? We got 3 of the biggest one. We got 6 the next size down. So we would have to. Oh, I have to play with this. I think that would be good too. That would be. We could work something out there to use them as petals. Maybe we won't use the bigger one. We use the smaller one. We can have 6 petals and just bead over it. Not like, but similar like we did this star, but have the petals, the crystals petals. What range of size do you have? So these strands, and they are available on the website as well somewhere on Total Beads in the crystal section. They come from the very tiny ones and they go all the way up. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 sizes, and then it goes down in size. So you got 6 of the very small one, you got 6 of the next one up, you got 6 of the almost the largest one, and you got 3 of the larger ones. So you could do all sorts of different things with it, but I really want to use these ones because they are just beautiful. There we have other crystals in there as well, like crystal drops when they're drilled through in our bundle. We could do these as definitely could do these as flowers, because we could stitch it together. Maybe have a little go at that. So we will be using the jobs next week, and we'll be doing all sorts of different things. Saba is saying bezeling. Yeah, we could do bezel. Teresa is saying 20 gauge wire for wrapping. Yeah, we need some thicker wire. They would be gorgeous as petals. Love the star idea. What range of size? Yeah, I just we went through that. Could make angel window drops. Yeah, we could do that as well. We could bead a little angel wing. We could do that. We could bead the little seed, bead the angel wing, and then add that on the top of it, and then use one of the pearls as a head. That would look good. That would look good. Maybe we have a go at that. Right, my lovelies, I'm not gonna we only got about like 10 minutes left, so if you have got anybody's got any question, please let me know. Pop a Q in front of your question so I can answer it for you. But while we're doing that, I'm just gonna show you what we have been done in the last couple of weeks. Lona actually sent me a pattern for this, which I'm gonna send her some pearls and crystals to try it out. I haven't been in the warehouse enough yet to sort all that out, but I will sort it out for you, Lona. So did these last week. We did this beautiful bauble the week before, and we also did this. I have to show you this way because it's really great. We did that the week before, and then we did we played around with these acrylic beads. They are really great for loads of different things. I love them, use them as decorations because they are really light. We made wreaths with them before. There's a video on that. They've been really popular. What else did we do? I think there is some on Leanne's desk. I'm not gonna. We had a little go at making little patterns. With these ones, this is still the acrylic ones. They're really nice. Just use it in any way, I guess. And today we've been up to these, we're making these little babies. Yeah, I still like number 1. I think for an earring, number 1. Maybe this one as well. Maybe I would wear this one as well. Number 2 is not my fave, but I think it looks good. So next week we were playing with the pearls. Lucy's popped the link in there for you as well. The bauble brief, so you can go back and watch that one if you like as well. That was the week before, I think, not last week, it was the week before. Right, my lovelies, everybody have a beautiful evening. I'm gonna go and sign off, and I'm gonna go and see how's my little boy doing. Everybody have a beautiful evening, and I'll see you. So tomorrow Natalie's going to be with you. I am with you on my video Wednesday. I need to pull up the diary. You know me, I most of the time I don't know what day of the week is it. So let me just 8th. Oh no, Natalie's with you on Wednesday as well, bless her. yeah, so I will be back with you on Sunday night, next Sunday night, doing more Christmas beading from our bundles, and we're going to be playing with the drop beads. So any ideas, do let me know. What would you like to do? And if you let me know in advance, then I have a little bit of a time to think about it, and then we can come up with beautiful things together. Lucy's saying I thought Joe was on tomorrow, so no, unfortunately not. No, Joe tomorrow. She had to move to the Monday after because FedEx hasn't delivered the parcel yet to her, so she hasn't got the samples. So the sample kits. So we have to swap her with Natalie for the week after, just to give FedEx the chance. They say they get there for next day, but that's not always the case. And I think at the moment just too busy. Like delivery companies are just so busy for Christmas. Right, everybody, have a beautiful evening or afternoon wherever you are in the world, or night, and I will see you next Sunday here. Or I'm about in the groups as well. You can always message me on Messenger if you got pictures. Oh, one thing we haven't done, and I'm gonna pop back to this one. I know Mina sent a picture in, and I was gonna show that one up. So just bear 1 sec. Let me just see if I can get this picture out and show you. She's did a Christmas fair. No, it doesn't want to come out. No, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna say good night, and I'll because I have to save it down and then bring it back out. Sometimes it's not so. Yeah. All right, then everybody, have a beautiful evening, and I'll see you next week. Bye.